You know, you're in tough fight after tough fight after tough fight. I feel like you really earn your crust here. Is that the sort of sense of it that you get as well?
There's easier ways to make a living, isn't there? Punishment.
You know, going into another tough fight here, you know, with Ebanie Bridges, we just spoke to her there. She's very confident. She's coming for a big performance. But do you think this is the chance for you to spring an upset?
Oh, absolutely. Like, I go into everything to win every time. This, I have to say, I really like being given the notice this time. I've had 6 weeks, so it's not been a surprise. And yeah, just enjoy it, innit?
Well, you never come to spoil or kill the clock or anything. You're always right in there, swinging away. You know, I think that's why you're sort of respected as well. Would you say that's a fair assessment?
Oh, I hope so. You know what? At the end of the day, as long as when the time does eventually come, I leave British boxing with everyone knowing that what I was about. And I think you need people like to go in there to win every single time. Like, absolutely. So I hope everyone knows me. And yeah, we were talking about this just a minute ago, actually. It'd be ridiculous me getting all gobby and mouthy and start trash talking or something ridiculous now, because it's totally not what I'm about at all. We're going there, hopefully have a good scrap, entertain everyone, and see what it is.
Well, you know, you always stay in fantastic shape. I mean, what keeps you going? You know, what keeps you motivated in the gyms, particularly when facing, you know, good opposition constantly?
Yeah, I think just being the best version of me, really. I'm always pushing myself. I want to see how much I can do. Like, boxing's a little bit different for me because I'm not like Team GB. I haven't come from like the Olympic wannabe, like that kind of background or anything else. It's just about absolutely testing myself to the absolute max. And you will get everything I have every single time. And that might not be the same every single time because I'm at different, like, life gets in the way, doesn't it? Like, life happens and your body's different in each and every fight, and your mentality is different depending on what's going on. Sorry, I'm just trying to sellotape everything together at the moment. Yeah, so, but I always give everything that I possibly have at that time.
And just one final one, given the prospects that you've actually fought coming through, like, just out of interest, who would you say so far is the best you fought in there, and for what particular reason?
Yeah, it's hard to say. Terry Harper was definitely the cleanest, sharpest puncher. She's a big girl, though, isn't she? Like, she really is. Natasha Jonas had all the skill set in the world, being a southpaw as well. Like, but people forget. Like, they always mention like Terry and Jonas, but in my second pro fight, it was Christine Shergold, and I watched her go to war for 10 rounds with Kalia Karuni, and she won that like world title. So she was my first world title fight, and she fought Kalia like weeks after me. So it was that standard then. And Rachel Ball was another one, very different, but very, very skillful. All of them, really. There's only 2 fights on the whole record. One I was really, really poorly for, Vanessa Caballero. And in hindsight, it should have been something that I pulled out of. But when you're selling tickets and it's a home show and everything else, there's a lot of pressure just to go out there. And yeah, that's my one regret. And then Carly Skelly and Ali, wow, it is what it is. I had 3 days notice, massive weight cut for both of them, was putting food on the table. But as for every other fight, you're like, you've got everything I've got. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Good luck on Saturday.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks, Zaki. To go to Chris Ridgway next.
Hi, Bec, you okay?
Hiya.
You're all right. Just listening to your piece with Aki there, you're obviously very knowledgeable. You're looking forward to the fight, and some of the names that you mentioned there, I'm sure you get asked about a lot, Terry and Natasha. How do you think Ebanie stacks up against those guys, you know, the best ones that you've been in with? How do you think she stacks up against them?
So I watched, like everyone else, I watched the her world title, Shannon. I was completely entertained. That's my kind of fighter, because it's gritty, it's go in there. Yeah, I think when pro boxing, when the amateurs were allowed to mix in the Olympic and the pros, we kind of like brought two different sports together, in my opinion. And like as a fan, I'm a big fan of the kind of Ebanie Shannon kind of spectacle that we had there. But yeah, she clearly got a lot of power. I've been talking about this today as well. Like, unless she comes out there with Chun-Li Street Fighter arms, like there's nothing we haven't faced before. So yeah, just looking forward to it, really.
What kind of style do you see her adopting? Do you see her trying to box, or do you see her just coming in and getting all gritty, like you say?
Obviously, we've thought about this a little bit, but I like to concentrate on myself in camp and not on the other person, because you can't control what someone else does. If she fights in the same style, happy days, because I like a tear up and I like to be in the centre. But if I was coach, like from a coach's point of view, like I'd be telling her, you're crazy to go and stand toe to toe for 8 rounds with this girl, because she's got a chin, she ain't going nowhere. Like, it's just silly. So I mean, kind of half expecting her to, whatever comes out, we're ready for. If I was her, I'd be trying to box a little bit more. But again, at some point, I think everyone's going to be totally entertained, because both of us will revert back to what we do, which is that others' toes.
Well, listen, all the best for Saturday.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Chris. If we go to pro boxing fans next, please.
Hi, Bec. How are you?
I'm good there. I really feel like I should have got changed after the gym.
No, you look great. Let me tell it. I just wanted to, it was just a quick one. You were talking about having a decent time frame for your camp this time. How much more confidence does that give you going into the fight this weekend?
Heaps more. I'm fighting at my weight division for once. Like, that in itself is like brilliant. I've had time to get down there properly. When I was fighting at like super light and lightweight, I'm looking at these girls in the ring thinking, Jesus, what have I got in with now? So yeah, bantam weight is like great for me. So yeah, it has, and I've just enjoyed the camp, to be honest. Obviously my coaches have changed, like, because that was my big thing last year, because I was with Paddy for the best part of the decade, and I thought we'd be together forever. But everyone's entitled to retire. He has retired. And then Mike stepped in, and he was above and beyond helpful. But I think everyone knows I've got a pretty chaotic like home existence and everything else. And I had some mega things going on in my life last year, and I kept getting pulled away, and I just felt really unprofessional, actually. Like, oh, can't turn up for sparring, I can't turn up for this, can't turn up for that. So made the decision after the Ali fight not to subject myself to anyone else and go it alone. And I've just been mixing and matching gyms and everything else. And actually, Craig's taken on the role of coach now, and it's working out at the moment. So fingers crossed. But I've had loads of fun just trying out loads of different stuff and learnt loads of new stuff, which I was kind of, you can't teach an old dumb new tricks, but apparently you can. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll all come through.
Yeah, I suppose you haven't got last minute rush to get ready for a big fight. So yeah, brilliant. I just wish you all the best for the weekend. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bec. Cheers.
Bye.
Okay, if we go to Dona next, please.
Hi, Bec. How's it going?
Hi, lovely.
I wanted to ask about Ebanie herself personally. Obviously, she's a divisive figure, right? I'm sure you haven't fought anybody who has as many, I suppose, who is as polarizing in the sport in terms of outside of the ring. Maybe. What do you think of Ebanie as a fighter? And I suppose,
don't I? Because I could do a hell of a bit of money on the table. No, I'm definitely going to pick her brains after this fight, because she's clearly a hustler. And she's done a real good job of it. We're completely different women in our approach. I'm a technical phobe. I've only just figured out I'm all right with Instagram, but the rest of it's coming on slowly, and I think you need to be on it, don't you? But yeah, I think I tweeted something a few weeks back, because there's just room for everyone in this sport. Like, not everyone can be the most talented. Not everyone can have done it from when they're 6 years old and be Team GB. But there's room and there's a place, and there is space for everyone, and everyone fits in. So just be decent. That not your type of fighter, don't worry about it. Don't talk about it. Like, there's no need to be gobby or slate anyone else. Everyone's opportunity will come to them when it comes to them, I think, anyway. So yeah, I think
as a fight fan yourself, as a fan of boxing, of women's boxing and everything like that, if you weren't fighting her, what would your opinion of someone with the style of Ebanie Bridges be?
Like I said to the guy before, like, I'm a scrapper, so I like the stuff. I like her, and actually, if you watch her fight as well, people say scrapping, but she's really accurate with those shots, and she does pick her shots really well, and there's clear power on there. So yeah, I'm not a fan at all. And yeah, like I said, definitely after I'm gonna pick her brains about how I can put more money on the table.
Thank you very much.